What's up, everybody? In this video, we're going to be talking about the conclusion paragraph. This, as usual, this presentation is not mine. You'll find it in the link below, and let's get to it. So, a conclusion paragraph, you guys, is basically the last paragraph that you will have in an essay. So usually a 5-paragraph essay has one paragraph that ends the essay, and that is why it's called conclusion, right? So by the end of the presentation, you will understand the purpose of a conclusion and how to write a conclusion. As we go through this, remember the following. If you're watching this, stop, take notes when you see, pencil, write things down, and let's go through this. All right. So what is a conclusion paragraph? A conclusion paragraph is the last paragraph of your essay that provides closure, which is a finished feeling to your essay. So you want the reader to feel like, I'm done. You know what I mean? It's like a signal that this is the end of my writing. So you want it almost to summarize what your other paragraphs have talked about. So what is the purpose of a conclusion? The purpose of a concluding paragraph would be to wrap up your thoughts, to restate your thesis or main idea, right? So you want to remind the readers of the thesis and the main idea, and you want to leave your reader with a final thought. So you want them to leave your reading or your writing thinking about something. That's what makes the writing you've just written so powerful, right? Imagine, have you ever walked out of a conversation thinking about what the person told you? If you have, then that person left you with a very powerful thought. They ended that conversation in a way that makes you think. This is what your conclusion should do. You also wanted to create a strong, satisfying, finished feeling. All right. All right. So how do we write a conclusion paragraph? There are 3 elements that must be included, and those are things that you need to remember. The first thing you have to have in a concluding paragraph in a 5-paragraph essay is the restatement of a thesis. So remember that the thesis goes in the first paragraph of your writing. Now we get to say it again, but we use a little bit of different words. So it's the same idea, but different words. Cool? Yeah. So be sure to vary your word choices from the introduction paragraph. So you're not using the same words, you're keeping the idea, but not the same words. For example, if our thesis is zombies make excellent pets, then our restatement would be, clearly the next pet will be a zombie, right? So you see that it's the same idea. Zombies make excellent pets. That's why you need a zombie. Does that make sense? Yeah? So you're using the same idea, but different words. Cool? Yes. Okay. Awesome. Without a doubt, this is another example. Without a doubt, zombies are extremely useful as pets. Again, it's the same idea that zombies make excellent pets, except we're using different words or a different way of saying the same thing. Cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. What else must be used in a concluding paragraph or a conclusion paragraph? A restatement of the main idea in 1 to 2 sentences. Okay. So you want to take that main idea and you want to rewrite it. Remind the reader in different words of the body paragraph topics. Okay. So basically a 5-paragraph essay has 5 paragraphs. It has 1 introductory paragraph and 3 body paragraphs and a concluding paragraph. So you restated the thesis, which belongs in the introductory paragraph. You then want to remind the reader of the 3 main ideas for the different body paragraphs that you have, okay? So you want to restate them, you want to reintroduce them so that it kind of like summarizes everything, okay? So you want to review the main ideas in the order they appeared in your essay. So idea 1, idea 2, idea 3, same order in the conclusion. Idea 1, idea 2, idea 3. And this is not the time to introduce new ideas. This would be the time to just remind people of the ideas that you already talked about. The way I like to think about it is this way. It's like, let me see if I can draw it somewhere. 1 second. Okay, so imagine having your main idea, your introduction here, then you talk about it, then you start with idea number 1, then it goes into idea number 2. Sorry, this is terrible. Idea 1, idea 2, idea 3. There you go. And then conclusion. So it always goes back down, okay? I don't know if this makes sense to anybody, but it makes sense in my head. So if your head is functioning the same way as mine is, this is probably it. Cool?
Yes.
All right. So basically it goes up and down back to where you started. So we're going back to where we started. Any questions so far?
No.
Oh, cool. So our example, zombies are easy to take care of, to care for, and will provide companionship and protection. These are the 3 things that our essay in theory talked about. They're easy to care for, they provide companionship, and they provide protection. 3 ideas, we restated all of them. We did not introduce anything new. Another way of writing it, zombies are incredibly easy to care for. They're useful as companions and for protection. Again, 3 ideas we mentioned in our essay, 3 things, nothing new. We're just restating it so that we are taking all of these ideas and bringing them back down. Yeah? Good so far? Okay, so the last element that must be included in the conclusion paragraph is a final so what. In other words, what is the point that you are trying to make? Why did you write this 5-paragraph essay? Why is this important? Okay, what this does, it makes the essay feel finished. It gives the reader a sense that this is the end. You know how in a movie you see the credits come up, or you see the word the end, right? Yeah. Well, that tells us that the movie's over, right? But before that, you feel like there is an ending coming. This is what we want the essay to do. This is what we want the concluding paragraph to do. We want to make us feel that this is over. So stay true to the type of essay you're writing. If it's an explanatory essay, make a general statement. Don't end by encouraging your reader to do something. You're explaining it to them. So whatever kind of essay you're doing, that's how you want the ending to be. In our zombie example, if more people had pet zombie, this world would be a happier and safer place. Okay, that just gives us an ending, right? It feels done. We're done with our essay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If it's a persuasive essay, so you're trying to persuade someone to do something, do and end by encouraging your reader to do something. Okay? So for example, if people want to be happier and safer, they should go to the closest pet store and pick out their pet zombie today. So in the first one, If the essay type is a type that explains why zombies are great pets, then we just say why. Our ending statement is why they are great pets, or almost like a general statement about why they are great pets. If the essay type is a persuasive 5-paragraph essay, we end the essay by persuading them to go do something, which means that we're trying to convince. The entire point of writing our essay in a persuasive essay is for us to get someone to do something or to believe whatever it is that we believe or idea, right? You're trying to convince that person of your idea. If you're trying to convince that person of your idea, then you want them to do something, then you have a call to action. If you want to be safer and happier, go to the pet store, pick out your pet zombie. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. So how long does the conclusion have to be? You won't accomplish the purpose of a conclusion paragraph in less than 3 sentences. So you don't want to write 1 sentence. 1 sentence is not a conclusion. You want at least 3 sentences. A little bit more is good. I would say 3 to 6 sentences would be good, but no less than 3. This is our example. Clearly, pet zombies come with a lot of benefits, besides being incredibly easy to care for. They provide helpful companionship and protection. If more people had pet zombies, the world would be a happier and safer place. Again, you cannot do this in less than 3 sentences because you have to what? You have 3 elements to focus on. You have to first restate the thesis. You have to restate the main point of each of the body paragraph, and then you have to have a conclusion or an ending statement, a finishing thought, in which case they have to be at least 3 sentences. Cool?
Yes.
All right. So what's the difference between an introduction versus a conclusion? An introduction has a hook to capture attention. It starts out big and then it gets to the point. Okay? It starts out big, then it gets to the thesis. Conclusion, it's the opposite. It starts with the thesis or a thesis restatement, restates the body paragraph, and then ends in a final so what. Do you see the similarities? Yes? Do you see how they're similar? Yes, no, maybe? How are we feeling? People who are actually live in my class today. All right. So people who are in my class, do you see the difference? Yes? Similarities? Go ahead, ask.
So totally a reverse.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's absolutely the opposite or the reverse of a thesis, of a introduction paragraph. And you're kind of restating all of it.
Yes.
Cool?
Yes.
Awesome. So final so what keeps the reader thinking. All right. So that is it for our video. All right, hold on a second. Okay, so that's it for our video today. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're in my class, obviously you know where to find me. And if you're watching this later, you can either leave a comment below or send me a message and I will be with you. And again, if you can watch these videos on Grammar Minute or youtube.com/Grammar Minute. All right, I'll be with you guys in the next video. Bye for now.